I recently read Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. How does someone work as a full-time doctor and create a YouTube channel with several million subscribers? Well, author Ali Abdaal knows because that's precisely what he did. And he did it with minimal suffering. Instead of grinding out 100-hour work weeks and hoping to feel good after achieving something great, he decided to feel good while he worked. As he put it, step 1 was to feel good. Step 2 was to do more of what matters to me. Ali discovered that feeling good while he worked increased his energy and creativity. Being more energized and creative boosted his productivity, and being productive made him feel even better. It was a virtuous cycle of productivity. You can activate this virtuous cycle by frequently asking one question. What would this look like if it were fun? Repeat this question to yourself until you discover a way to transform your work tasks into enjoyable experiences. Accelerate this process by considering 3 feel-good conditions: curiosity, connection, and confidence. These 3 feel-good conditions are like light switches you can turn on before getting to work. When you turn these switches on, you trigger the feel-good hormones dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, and fuel a highly productive feel-good state. One of the best ways to turn on your curiosity switch is to give yourself a side quest every day. Matthew Dicks, a world champion storyteller and best-selling novelist, is a master at creating side quests. When Matthew worked in the McDonald's drive-thru in his 20s, he created an upselling game to make his workdays exciting. Some days I decided it was barbecue sauce day, he says, and for the rest of the day, I'd add a mini sales pitch to each order I took. If a customer ordered a Big Mac and fries, I'd ask them, "Would you like sauce with that?" If they said no, I'd smile and say, "Well, I'd really recommend the barbecue sauce. Nothing beats that." Usually, at this point, they would be a little taken aback, but then say, "Okay, I'll take the sauce." This playful upselling side quest turned Matthew's mundane McDonald's job into an adventure he looked forward to because he was eager to see how many customers would opt for the sauce. Upselling is just one example of a side quest you can add to your workday. Other examples include building and playing the perfect music playlist for your work, or working in novel locations throughout the day, like a park or a cafe, or setting a 20-minute timer during each work block to see how much you can get done in 20 minutes, and then take a screenshot of your progress. Now, you can also schedule side quests between work blocks. For example, dedicate 5 minutes between 30-minute work blocks to a meditation side quest. After each 5-minute meditation session, rate your ability to calm your mind on a scale of 1 to 10, and then see if you can increase your score throughout the day. Or spend 15 minutes every hour experimenting with different ChatGPT prompts to streamline your work. When you schedule side quests throughout the workday, you eagerly anticipate the next side quest and stay curious, which filters into your work. So when you start your workday, ask yourself, what's today's side quest going to be? Now let's turn on the connection switch. The easiest way to activate the connection switch is to recruit a sidekick on your work adventures. This sounds hard, but it doesn't need to be. In fact, you can recruit someone to be your sidekick without ever talking to them. While writing his book, Ali frequently attended a free virtual co-working space called the Writer's Hour, hosted by the London Writers' Salon. As he explains in the book, every weekday, 4 times a day, a few hundred writers assembled on a Zoom call. On the call, the facilitator spent 5 minutes sharing a motivational message and then asked participants to post in an online chat what their intention was for the writing session. Then, for 50 minutes, everyone minimized their Zoom window and worked away at their computer. These sync sessions were incredibly helpful for keeping me energized, even though we were all working on different things. Working in tandem with others had a huge effect on my ability to focus and feel better. Virtual co-working spaces, like the one Ali attended, are widely available through sites like FocusMate, Flow Club, and Cave Day. Whatever you're about to work on, get around people online or in person who are doing similar work so you can work in tandem with them and feel connected. Now, if this isn't possible for you, just take 20 seconds to close your eyes before working to think of people doing similar work and striving for similar goals. Feel like you're all part of a team working towards a collective goal to turn on the connection switch. Next, the confidence switch. You will put off work and procrastinate if your work creates fear and uncertainty. That is, when you fear you can't meet expectations or uncertain about what steps to take next. One way to move past fear and uncertainty is to mimic the confidence of a highly skilled person. At a fun study at Clemson University, scientists brought students to a rock climbing wall and split them into two groups. The first group viewed a short video of an expert climber confidently climbing a wall that resembled the Clemson climbing wall. The second group didn't watch any videos. Then both groups received the exact same climbing instructions and were given the same climbing objectives. The group that watched the video of the skilled climber had less self-doubt and found climbing more enjoyable. They also reached their climbing objectives faster. In college, author Ali Abdaal earned money as a magician at parties. When he experienced self-doubt, which was often, he thought of a master magician and pretended to have his confidence. Mimicking the confidence of a master magician allowed him to enjoy the parties and execute his well-rehearsed magic tricks flawlessly. If you're resisting a work task, watch a YouTube video of someone performing the task masterfully, or close your eyes and imagine an expert executing the task. Then embody their confidence for the next 10 minutes to see what happens. I often do this when writing. I imagine my favorite author cranking out work on his computer. Then I start writing as though I am as confident a writer as he is, and don't worry if what I produce sucks. After 10 minutes of pretending to be confident, I have momentum and a few good ideas, which makes me enjoy the work I'm doing. In the end, kickstart a virtuous cycle of productivity by approaching work with the following question: what would this look like if it were fun? Turn your work tasks into fun activities by 1. Embracing side quests like Matthew Dick's upselling game to turn on your curiosity switch. 2. Recruiting sidekicks like Ali did by attending a virtual co-working space for writers to turn on your connection switch. And number 3, mimicking confident experts like the Clemson students did to turn on your confidence switch. If you make feeling good and enjoying the process your number one priority, insane productivity will follow, and you'll hit your work goals without needless suffering. That was the core message that I gathered from Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. There are tons of feel-good strategies to experiment with in this book. I highly recommend you read it. If you would like a one-page PDF summary of insights that I gathered from this book, just click the link below and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribed to the free Productivity Game email newsletter, this PDF is sitting in your inbox. If you like this video, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching and have yourself a productive week.